You need to be a tree, was something I once heard a preacher say to a group of people. His point was simple and straightforward, and he was taking all of his idea from the story of Zacchaeus. See, Zacchaeus was this man who stole, who was hated by his community because of his thievery. But he did it illegally as a Roman tax collector. He would take money more than he needed to collect from his neighbors, and he would keep part of it and give part of it to the government. And because of all of this, no one liked him. No one wanted him around. No one wanted anything to do with him. One day in his town, Jesus was passing through, and he heard about this, and he wanted to go see what the fuss was about. He had heard about this teacher Jesus, who was healing people, who was caring for people, who was teaching incredible things. And so he went with everyone else in town to see Jesus. The problem was, no one would let him, because he was hated, but also because he was a man of short stature. And so all they did was stand there and not let him pass, not let Zacchaeus through. And so his only recourse, because he wanted to see Jesus, was to climb a nearby tree. And from that vantage point, he saw the Messiah come into town. And as soon as Jesus saw him, he said, "Zacchaeus, come down from there. I'm going to your house today." And this interaction, this encounter with the Messiah, changed this man completely. It altered who he was and how he functioned. He repaid the debts he gave back to people he had swindled from and stolen from. He suddenly became a caring individual who was concerned about his fellow man, all because he was able to see Jesus. All because this tree was there, being a tree, doing what trees do, standing still, converting carbon dioxide into oxygen, photosynthesis, providing shade. It was being a tree. But in the midst of this moment, this tree became the avenue for someone to see Jesus. And you need to be a tree. You need to be the way that someone can see Jesus. And what that looks like in every life and in every situation will be different. Sometimes that's a word. Sometimes that's a deed. Sometimes that is a caring gesture. Sometimes it is just presence. But some way, somehow, we as a people need to be trees who allow others to move through us and around us so they can see the Messiah and be transformed. Have a great week. We'll see you soon.